We doing some Star Trek talk with a little bit of HHN. We're gonna speak a little HHN on it. Hope everybody having a cool day, cool afternoon, cool evening, cool night. I just need to make sure I'm in the right spot.
Surprise.
All right, that was that.
Oh, super.
No, that was something else.
In 1943,
Okay, wait a minute. Wait, what's that?
the Vichy
Yep, there you go. Right there. I got to mark it. Boop. Shouts out to everybody. Yeah, this is what we got to talk about. This is it right here. Just need to share my link real quick. Hope everybody having a cool day, cool afternoon, cool evening, cool night. And we're about to get off into it, but first we're gonna get a little play a track real quick.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
The Rebellion. It's a perfect song.
The Rebellion.
Perfect song for what we about to talk about.
Know what it is?
Phenom Road One Productions.
The Rebellion. With this blade I decapitate anybody walking the place. About to sing into a fire relate. Y'all going biblical, I'm raising the stakes. Used to be a slave, now I'm changing my face. Dark side of the hurricane, lighting the place. Up in the sky, hater, you be dying today. All the cops and the feds getting shot in the face. Ain't playing no games, so get out of my way. Don't fuck with the government, it's not a debate. Destroy the paradigm when I walk in the place. Home picking on the trains when I pull out the cake. Please stop the revolution, better watch what you say. If you a scared little bitch, then get out of my way. If you a pacifist, then you better go pray. Cause the only guy here is the one that erased your soul and everybody that got in my way. I don't play, this is the rebellion. Kill them all, dog, kill them all. Yeah, we about to kill them all. This is the rebellion. Kill them all, dog, kill them all. Yeah, we about to kill them all. This is the rebellion. Walking with the weapon, fucking with us, we gon' kill you with sadness. This is the rebellion. Kill them all, dog, kill them all. Kill them all. Understand I eradicate anybody talk to me fake. Let's bullet about to take off your face. Y'all the politics, I'm aiming to spray. All the fans in the military died today. I ain't playing no games, kid, open the gate. Take everything, then we gon' be hacking the place. All the crimes that they do is a slap in the face. I'm a rebel to seven heads, get out of my way. I'm a rubber C4 while I'm robbing the bank. GTA high shit. Ain't nobody ready, you're taking your life, bitch. Got a baby girl, she ready to snipe quick. Shoot you in the head if you straddle the damn fence. You niggas is pussy, you ain't even gonna fight. Come around me, now I'll take your fucking life. You haters believe that the government is right. Fuck that shit, it is time for them to die. The rebellion. Kill them all, dog, kill them all. Kill them all, dog, this is the rebellion. Kill them all, dog, kill them all. Kill them all, dog, this is the rebellion. Walking with the weapon, fucking with us, we gon' kill you in a second. This is the rebellion. Kill them all, dog, kill them all. Yeah, you about to kill them all, dog, this is the rebellion. Kill them all, dog, kill them all. Yeah, we about to kill them all, dog, this is the rebellion. Kill them all, dog, kill them all. Yeah, we about to kill them all, dog, this is the rebellion. Walking with the weapon, fucking with us, we gon' kill you in seconds. This is the rebellion. Kill them all, dog, kill them all. Yeah, we about to kill them all, dog.
Phenom Road One Productions.
Put on the block, pop a cop with the Glock, y'all shoot a red real quick. But the bullets in the body so fast, I don't think they ready for the quickness. Tearing off ligaments, Mortal Kombat style fatalities are relentless. My killer instinct like Batman, beat your ass with a vengeance. Y'all go in the church, bow down to your God, I see the repentance. But now I got a storm, bring destruction in the game, I'm getting lit. Better learn your lesson, this is hurricane, and anybody ready when I rip this. Gotta go to war against the government, shoot it with an automatic real quick. They wanna kill us all, we gotta fight back, y'all know it's some real shit. These evil billionaires ain't shit, so you know we about to grab the gun and smoke 'em. Bill Gates, smoke 'em. Dr. Fauci, smoke 'em. Black Rock, smoke 'em. Put 'em in a pack, nigga. They wanna kill us all, we gotta fight back, y'all know it's some real shit. These evil billionaires ain't shit, so you know we about to grab the gun and smoke 'em. Kevin O'Leary, smoke 'em. Klaus Schwab, smoke 'em. Larry Ellison, smoke 'em. Put 'em in a pack, nigga. Sorry, Crips, I caused this shit with the storm that I built in. Fire me rain, you know this wind is going to be piercing. Lifting up the bodies in your air, make your ass hit a plane when they fly by. I'm a devastating storm, I'll change this world and rewrite the timeline. Every enemy die, hit a motherfucker with a cone 4-5. Shoot you in the face and you don't go fly. Through your body when the traffic when the cars go by. They all gon' die, for the government and all they lies. I saw they guys, kill the government and all they spies. They wanna kill us all, we gotta fight back, y'all know it's some real shit. These evil billionaires ain't shit, so you know we about to grab the gun and smoke 'em. Elon Musk, smoke 'em. Vanguard, smoke 'em. Palantir, smoke 'em. Put 'em in a pack, nigga. They wanna kill us all, we gotta fight back, y'all know it's some real shit. These evil billionaires ain't shit, so you know we about to grab the gun and smoke 'em. Bill Gates, smoke 'em. Dr. Fauci, smoke 'em. Black Rock, smoke 'em. Put 'em in a pack, nigga. They wanna kill us all, we gotta fight back, y'all know it's some real shit. These evil billionaires ain't shit, so you know we about to grab the gun and smoke 'em. Kevin O'Leary, smoke 'em. Klaus Schwab, smoke 'em. Larry Ellison, smoke 'em. Put 'em in a pack, nigga. They wanna kill us all, we gotta fight back, y'all know it's some real shit. These evil billionaires ain't shit, so you know we about to grab the gun and smoke 'em. Elon Musk, smoke 'em. Vanguard, smoke 'em. Palantir, smoke 'em. Put 'em in a pack, nigga.
Now Road 1 Production.
Speed demon pedal to the middle when I'm in the zone. Look with the crown. To the government, they better leave me alone. Leave me alone. Speed demon pedal to the middle when I'm in the zone. Middle with the crown. To the government, they better leave me alone. Leave me alone. Speed demon pedal to the middle when I'm in the zone. Middle with the crown. To the government, they better leave me alone. Leave me alone. Speed demon pedal to the middle when I'm in the zone. Middle with the crown. To the government, they better leave me alone. Coming through the scene, brother, send it to the banker. Kill every hand and get interfere with the paper. Get nobody ready when I pull up in the shit. Give a gun ready, get nobody tell you in the paper. Holding the plug, but I go on a mission. I can be a ghost and I cause a collision. Made a decision, I'm walking in the building. Pull a bitch up, then I'm feeling like a villain. Anybody fucking boat, you get everybody close. And I gotta get the dough, put the pedal to the floor. Drive out to the ball, that's the hideout. Everybody know how I go, gotta go with the flow. Four till you don't, your brains go. Everybody down on the floor, cut the red on the boat. Get your head from the hoe. Thinking up the dead, I got a head off the dough. Speed demon pedal to the metal when I'm in the zone. Hit it with the crown. Tell the government they better leave me alone. Leave me alone. Speed demon pedal to the metal when I'm in the zone. Hit it with the crown. Tell the government they better leave me alone. Leave me alone. Speed demon pedal to the metal when I'm in the zone. Hit it with the crown. Tell the government they better leave me alone. Leave me alone. Speed demon pedal to the metal when I'm in the zone. Hit it with the crown. Tell the government they better leave me alone. Running through the scene with the gold automatic. Shooting up the place, everybody gonna panic. Ain't nobody ready, give a revolution. Every other know the war leaders. I'ma check them up the panic. Can't get the dough, said it before. Make the elites get down on the floor. Activate the red dot, hit it with a headshot. Show the body gun, leave it right behind a pet shop. Hold on, wait a minute, think I said too much. Matter of fact, I ain't saying enough. When the government, they think they tough. Let the gas up from an ice cream truck. Semi-automatic, we can have it when I come through. Close quarters combat, hit it with the 1-2. On the ground, head gap, gonna stuff you. To the next food, to the government, fuck you. Speed demon pedal to the metal when I'm in the zone. Hit it with the crown. To the government, they better leave me alone. Leave me alone. Speed demon pedal to the metal when I'm in the zone. Hit it with the crown. To the government, they better leave me alone. Leave me alone. Speed demon pedal to the metal when I'm in the zone. Hit it with the crown. To the government, they better leave me alone. Leave me alone. Speed the pedal to the metal when I'm in a zone. Hit it with the chrome. Tell the government they better leave me alone. Hey, hey. When I'm in a zone. Hey, hey, hey. Speed the pedal to the metal when I'm in a zone. Hit it with the chrome. Tell the government they better leave me alone.
Happy Friday, holiday, baby. I'm finally back. I tried to get back earlier, but you know, shit's a motherfucker out there. You know, we said take your time. You know, I'm listen to you. Just take it all easy, not run out of breath. Just enjoy the breeze, enjoy the day, not rush everything. So thanks, Vonta. You made everything cool. You know, and everybody got into this Star Trek. Slash a little bit of HHN. I'm glad you made it. Played a little bit of music, real good. Like I don't know if this the talk number 4 or 5. I don't know. That's why I put 4 or 5 on it. But yeah, just get off into a little bit of clips, and then we're gonna get off into the Star Trek talk. We're gonna talk about the revolutionary group known as the Maquis. Gotta talk about the Maquis, and are they justified in their actions and what they do? But first, we got to talk about some clips. Let's get into some clips. I got to grab some more clips, but like but I love these clips. I'm gonna grab some more like clips of our best scenes. If you got any clips of some best scenes, I'll do them too, Vonta. Right, 4 or 5. I don't know.
You're saying he changed his face to look like Goldar Hill?
It certainly appears that way.
How are you feeling?
I was starting to get a little bored, but seeing you again brightens my day.
I was
Seeing
referring
you
to your
again, Vonta, brightens my day.
Would you like to see Dr. Bashir?
Oh, so that's it. You want to see me writhing around the floor in pain. Cardassian would never put on such a deplorable display.
Edgerton was a great character. Yeah, he was.
Us at all.
Yes.
Beginning to understand a great deal about you. One thing does puzzle me.
And what would that be?
How you contracted Kalanora syndrome.
Do you think that the mining accident affected only the Bajoran laborers and not their Cardassian masters? That would be very nice.
So you're saying you were at Galatep when that mining accident occurred?
Of course. Why are we going over this again?
Because your own progress report shows you were back on Cardassia at the time of the accident.
That's ridiculous.
Receiving your proficient service medallion.
The reports are wrong.
I can show them to you.
That won't be necessary. I know where I was.
Why were you taking a dermal regenerative?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Then let me help you. 5 years ago, when you first got to Korra.
All right, that's enough. Your presence no longer amuses me. Get out.
Why did you have your face altered?
Security, get this woman out of here.
Why are you pretending to be Goldar Hill?
Why don't you ask me something intelligent? This is how did I feel when we were drawing for Bajor? The answer is I was furious. The thought of leaving any survivors behind was repulsive to me.
You're right.
So while our useless office clerks were packing their precious files, I ordered my overseers to begin slaughtering the laborers.
If you felt that way about your filing clerks, why did you take Maritz's name?
My plan was to do nothing less than kill every Bajoran in the camp. And to this day, my one regret is that I was not able to accomplish this honorable goal.
You're Maritza, aren't you?
You mistake me for that bug. That would bring nothing. Oh, you stupid Bajoran girl, don't you know who I am? I'm your nemesis. I'm your nightmare. I'm the Butcher of Galatep.
The Butcher of Galatep died 6 years ago. You're Amy Maritza, his filing clerk.
That's not true. I am alive. I'll always be alive. It's Maritza who's dead. Maritza, who was good for nothing but cowering under his bunk and weeping like a woman. Who every night covered his ears because he couldn't bear to hear the screaming for mercy of the Bajorans. right, but I couldn't bear to hear those horrible screams. You have no idea what it's like to be a coward. See these horrors and do nothing. Ritz is dead. He deserves to be dead. What are you doing?
I'm letting you go.
Security?
Security?
Get in here.
You didn't commit those crimes, and you couldn't stop them. You were only one man.
Oh, no, don't you see? I have to be punished. We all have to be punished. Major, you have to go out and tell them I'm Goldail. It's the only way.
Why are you doing this?
For Cardassia. Cardassia will only survive if it stands in front of Bajor and admits the truth. My trial will force Cardassia to acknowledge its guilt. It will guilty all of us. But that is necessary.
What you're asking for is another murder. Enough good people have already died. I won't help kill another.
Man, I love Kira, man. Kira was cold. Major Kira was fucking awesome. Especially on those missions when she meet up with her revolutionary brothers and it's an episode about her. You know, I love those episodes, because she got to deal with the past. And she's in conflict with her past and Starfleet. It kind of takes me back to when Worf was trying to integrate with Starfleet and shit. But she's a diehard fucking revolutionary warrior. Just like Worf was a dog-ass Klingon warrior. Yep. Yes, it's Captain Kira. She is the captain now. I wonder, after all these years have flown by, I wonder if she became Admiral yet. She should be Admiral by now, but yes, Captain Kira. We love you, Captain Kira. She was telling me her stories and shit. I said she's telling me her stories like she was talking to me directly. No, she was telling stories on interviews like she got that look like she's a bitch. She looks mean, but she is sweet. She is so nice and cool. Yeah, as you said, her kids be telling her, she got that look and shit. So it's like, yeah. If I'm seeing Kira walking up the street, I don't give a fuck how beautiful she look. If she got that look in her eye like she about to fuck something up, I'm not about to say, hi, how you doing? Like, what? Kira got that look. It's like, man. It's just like it just pierces your body. It just pierces you like, Jesus fucking Christ. Don't kill me, Kira. But yeah, I watch the reunions and stuff. Sometimes I go back and watch them, just to hear them speak about what's going on. I was just watching the Third Rock from the Sun. They reunion. Third Rock from the Sun is a TV show about aliens in human form trying to live normal. And you can't believe who their boss is. Their boss is called the Big Giant Head, right? But their boss turns out to be Captain fucking Kirk. William fucking Shatner is the motherfucking alien overlord. That shit is fucking hilarious. But the show lasted, I forgot how many seasons, but it was a great show. It was funny as hell. It's about aliens trying to be human. John Lithgow is the High Commander. I forgot who plays Sally, but she's the head security. What's the motherfucking name? Damn, the motherfucking. But Joseph Gordon-Levitt, he's the boy, like he's the little boy, but like he's older than all of them in the show, but like he got to be in the kid body, so he got to deal with school life and girlfriends. The high commander got to deal with work life, being a professor. Sally is just Sally. She learning how to be a woman and shit. You know, it's crazy. But like, I forgot the man that plays Harry. French Stewart. Yeah, French Stewart. Yup. Holy, oh my God. Vonta. Now, I didn't know you knew about that show. Oh my God, that's a turn on, baby. We about to binge watch that too. We binge watching Third Rock. All right, let's play a Cisco clip real quick and get to the Star Trek. Hold on. Fuck. I wanna do this one. Let's do this one.
What the hell is going on? I want to know why my science officer's been transferred without my consent. I want to know why my chief of operations is lying in the infirmary while the
Timberdahl who beat him
is free to walk the station. Are you listening to me closely? Because I'm not going to say this again.
That's what's up, Vonta.
Try something stupid.
That's a turn on.
I will make you regret it. You scare me. Are you questioning
The validity of my plan?
I'm trying to
He
save
smacked the
your
shot
life
at me.
and the lives of every hostage in that room. And mister, you are not making it easy. 5 others severely damaged. General Martok himself in critical condition in the Rotaran sick bay. Now, I have given you both a lot of leeway when it comes to following Klingon traditions. But in case you haven't noticed, this is not a Klingon station, and those are not Klingon uniforms you're wearing. You don't know what any of this is about, do you? You work here. You see these people every day, how they live, and you just don't get it. But what the hell, right? You win some, you lose some.
Better luck next time.
You better hope there isn't a next time, mister. I have cut you a lot of slack in the past. I even looked away once or twice when I could have come down hard on you, but those days are over. Now, we may not be able to get you for selling weapons, but you so much as glitter on the promenade, I will nail you to the wall. To you, but we take first contact with a new species very seriously, and I don't appreciate it.
Excuse me, Commander. If you don't stop this, I'm going to call the police.
You go ahead, call them! Call anybody you want. They can't do anything to me. Not anymore. And nor can any of you. You're Starfleet officers. Now start acting like it. Have you read Worf's after action report? Isn't it possible that there were no civilians on the transport Worf destroyed? Isn't it possible that the ship he saw was sending out false sensor images and that this whole affair was staged so that the only Klingon officer in Starfleet would be accused of a massacre and the Federation would be forced to stop escorting the convoys? Tell me, advocate, isn't it possible? And I want to know why the Federation is willing to risk a war with the Romulans to form an alliance with a group of people that we hardly know and
barely even trust.
To hell with
You?
and to hell with
Salute Jordan.
That's what you plan to do
All along, isn't it?
You knew the data rod wouldn't hold up
With
to
scrutiny.
scrutiny. You just wanted to get him on the station so that you could
plant a bomb on his shuttle.
You tried to commit premeditated
And murder.
Another stunt like this, your wife won't have to complain about the conditions here anymore. Do I make myself clear?
Are you finished?
I
And
haven't
you
even
begun.
You really want this? Here. Now, yes. Okay. Let's do it. You were
Prefect of Bajor during the occupation. True or false?
True. And you were
You're responsible for everything that happened under your command. True or false?
True. So that means that you
You're
were
responsible for the murder of over 5 million Bajors on your watch. True or false?
False. I tried to save lives during my administration.
Evidence.
Try to stay calm, Benny. Look, I'm tired of being calm. Calm never got me a
damn thing.
This entire operation has been a waste of resources, men, and equipment. The blame lies with the man who ordered the mission in the first place, not the man who tried to carry it out. Now I know it's hot. We're filthy, tired, and we've got 10 isotons of explosives going off
outside.
But we will never get out of this if we don't
Pull it together.
and start to act like professionals. That was low and outside. The ball was clearly outside. Oh, what the hell were you looking at? You can't tell me that ball was over the plate. What were you doing? Regenerating? In 25 years of duty, I have never been taken off an assignment until now. There is
You believe you can't try to save him?
cultural diversity among my officers, and you just reached it. You're damned right. You should have checked.
You knew there were civilian ships in the area. You fired at something you hadn't identified. How do you suggest I write up this report? He worked under me for a year and a half. I saw him almost every day. Read his report. Had him to dinner. I even took him to a baseball game
in the Hollow Street once.
Richard, shut that thing off. What the hell do you want from me? You want me to give you my permission to cause more suffering and death? Well, if that's what you're after, you might as well pull out that phaser and end this right now, because I will never give it to you. You betrayed your uniform. That's
enough.
Future, that space station, all those people, they exist in here. In my mind, I created it. And every one of you know it. You read it. It's here. You hear what I'm telling you? You can pop a story, but you cannot destroy an idea. Don't you understand? That's ancient knowledge. You cannot destroy an idea. The future, I created it, and it's real. Don't you understand? It is real. I created it, and it's real. You get back in that room. And you
Shut up.
It'll never happen again.
You're damn right it won't. Now both of you, get out. You stole the run from us. You stole it just as if you reached up and tore off the scoreboard. You stole it from us. You're out of here. What?
No player shall at any time make contact with the umpire in any manner. The prescribed penalty for the violation is immediate ejection from the game. Rule number 4.06, subsection A, paragraph 4. Look it up, but do it in the stands.
Yeah. All right, now let's talk about the Maquis, the revolutionaries of the Star Trek universe, or the anti-heroes of the Star Trek universe, or the domestic terrorists of the Star Trek universe. One man's hero is another man's terrorist. Let's give it up for the Maquis.
In 1943, the Vichy government of Nazi-occupied France enacted the policy of service du travail obligatoire, or compulsory.
Now, this is history. You're going to start off with some history first. Let's go back. History lesson.
In 1943, the Vichy government of Nazi-occupied France enacted the policy of service du travail obligatoire, or compulsory work service, which conscripted hundreds of thousands of French citizens to perform forced labor in furtherance of the German war effort. Tens of thousands of French, mostly young men who were leftists, anti-fascists, members of the working class, resisted conscription and escaped to the wilderness of western and southern France, where they formed guerrilla bands to attack and harass the Nazis and their French collaborators. These resistance fighters were named for the rough, inhospitable land in which they made their bases of operation. In French, they were called
The Maquis.
the Maquis.
The Maquis?
It's kind of difficult to argue that the original Maquis, the real Maquis, weren't on the right side of that conflict. Some might question their tactics, their effectiveness, their impact on the overall outcome of the war, but they were definitely the good guys. Unless you're a Nazi, in which case,
Fuck you.
but the same question doesn't have nearly so clear an answer when we apply it to the fictional namesake of the Maquis in
That
Star
nigga threw up
Trek.
the middle fingers.
But
You're a
we
Nazi.
shouldn't expect anything else, since the Maquis were introduced in Star Trek Deep Space Nine, and the most interesting episodes to feature them are found in that series. In the world of Deep Space Nine, moral ambiguity isn't just something people occasionally have to deal with. It's a way of life unto itself. Even though the Maquis were officially introduced on Deep Space Nine, the circumstances that led to their emergence were set up on Star Trek The Next Generation, where things were a lot less morally ambiguous. In the 7th season TNG episode Journey's End, Captain Picard is ordered to relocate a Federation colony from a planet that has been ceded to the Cardassians as part of a new peace treaty. Two more important details about that. One, the colonists don't want to be relocated, and two, they're descendants of Native Americans who came to this planet in the first place, hoping to forever leave behind their people's sad history of persecution and forced relocation.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, this is the story how all this Maquis shit started.
hey, good luck with that, Captain Picard. Let me know how that turns out. Admiral Nechayev emphasizes to Picard that this peace treaty with the Cardassians is the product of lengthy and difficult negotiations, and while the terms are not ideal, this is the agreement that both sides have reached. and it will mean peace between the Federation and the Cardassians. For this reason, though reluctant and extremely conflicted, Picard appears willing to force the colonists to leave. But at the end of the episode, a compromise is reached. The colonists will be allowed to stay on their planets, but they must agree to live under Cardassian authority and to give up the protections of Federation citizenship. The Native American descendants aren't the only ones to accept that compromise. Colonists from other former Federation planets that have been transferred to the Cardassians by the treaty also choose to stay under Cardassian authority rather than relocate. For their part, the Cardassians promise to leave the colonists alone, but when we return to these colonies about a month later on Deep Space Nine...
Yeah, on Deep Space Nine, what the Cardassians doing? Hashtag... hashtag occupation of Bajor, hashtag labor camps. Everything's supposed to be peaceful on TNG. But we fast forward to the future. Ain't nothing peaceful if you want the Cardassian rule. A whole bunch of motherfuckers looking like Kim Kardashian out here killing people and shit. Kims and Chloe's and fucking Kardashians.
Learn that, surprise, the Cardassians have not been leaving the colonists alone. In fact, it turns out elements within the Cardassian government have been secretly arming Cardassian colonists in the region, who have then been attacking the former Federation colonists in an attempt to drive them out. Some of the former Federation colonists, including many Starfleet officers, or soon-to-be former Starfleet officers, I guess, have formed a resistance group to fight back against the Cardassians. They've staged guerrilla attacks against Cardassian ships, blown up freighters suspected of carrying weapons meant to be used against them. They even kidnapped Gul Dukat. Oh no, not
yeah,
Gul Dukat.
The Maquis even kidnapped Gul Dukat. That's some cold ass shit right there. Shouts out to the Maquis for that mission. It's like, yeah, man, we about to motherfucking take the leader in this. Shouts out to the Maquis.
Please give him back. They call themselves the Maquis. So, a band of resistance fighters sold out and abandoned by their supposedly altruistic former government, rebelling against violent fascists who have occupied their land. These Maquis are obviously the good guys too, right? Maybe.
Fuck that. But I love these conversations. The Federation turned their back on you for Kardashian. Kardashian lied and said they wasn't going to fuck with you. They're fucking with you. You have no choice but to arm yourself. You're the good guys in this situation. Turned their back on you. Kardashians are attacking you. You got no Federation backing. You got to do what you got to fucking do. Viva la revolution. You know? Viva la Maquis. R.I.P. Eddington. You betrayed your uniform.
For me, specifically, it depends on how you...
R.I.P. Eddington, Vonta.
Am I judging them based on what they represent metaphorically? Or am I judging them based on the literal circumstances of their fictional world? If I'm judging them based on what they represent in the story, then yeah, obviously they're the good guys, because their name and the situation they find themselves in, broadly speaking, mark them as stand-ins for real-life bands of freedom fighters, like the Maquis, the German anti-fascists of the 1930s, and other organizations that have resisted authoritarian governments throughout history.
Yep.
Read this way, the Maquis compels...
Yep. That's another reason why the show was good. You even love the bad guys. Yep. Toast to the good guys. We even got a celebrated party in the wardroom.
Us to question the inherent goodness of the Federation and Starfleet. Because remember, when we see the Maquis, the focus is usually not on their conflict with the Cardassians, but on how that conflict threatens the Federation and the peace treaty. Getting us to question our assumptions about the Federation and Starfleet is kind of Deep Space Nine's whole thing. The Federation and Starfleet are still the good guys, generally speaking, but that...
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely, Dukat was the great nemesis for Sisko. For real, for real. When Sisko, like, made it back to DS9 when he was sitting in the hospital room and shit, and, like, he finally had that realization on how evil Gul Dukat was, he's like, oh, man, next time, man, I might have to kill this motherfucker. That was the way it was. It was like, man, Golden Car is real evil. you know, with that realization, it was like, yeah. But a strong second nemesis would be the lady from the Founders. Like the one that was fucking with Odo and shit. She's a dog ass strong number 2. And her and her fucking Wayloon clones. Real talk, he was scary a little bit. Like he had a sinister tone. He had a sinister tone. Like he could have ran the whole goddamn motherfucker like Dominion War if I never seen the motherfucking changeling bitch. He could have ran the whole thing by himself. Wayloon was, man, those Wayloon clones were scary. I don't know what it was. It was just his presence and how he talked. I knew he was a little fruitcake-ish, but like it's like it just like he carried his scenes, and he made sure he instilled fear in whoever he was talking to. Or if you didn't get no fear putting you by him, he made sure you know your fucking place. It's like, man, it was just like that certainty and confidence. Like, nigga, we're the Dominion. We'll destroy you. You know what I'm saying? It's, oh my God, man. The motherfucker was scary. Yeah. Kai Ware. Oh my God. I wanted Kira to knock that bitch the fuck out every time I fucking saw her. But that's what made me love her as a character, because you made me hate you. I hate this motherfucking chick. But it was perfect for Kira's rival. So it's like, okay, yeah, Kira got to have a rival too. And it's a rival based on that Bajor shit, So, like it was within the confines of where she's from. So, like, that's what made it cool. She's a religious motherfucker. She's a motherfucking revolutionary turned Starfleet. So like, like the conflict was there, but like I just wanted Kira to knock that bitch out at least one time. Just one time. Just knock her one time. Salute Branches.
Doesn't mean everything they do is good, or that they're always acting in everyone's best interests. Throughout Deep Space Nine's run, and particularly in the episodes depicting the Maquis, we see how Federation policies and Starfleet actions can bring about some pretty destructive consequences. Yes, the Maquis are violent outlaws, but Deep Space Nine reminds us again and again, let's not forget what created the Maquis in the first place.
Right,
a peace treaty signed between two powerful empires, one of which is nominally benevolent, which regards people's homes as assets to be traded.
Right.
So that's the metaphorical interpretation. And by that reading, for me, the Maquis are clearly the good guys in their conflicts with the Cardassians and the Federation, and are morally justified in their actions because they stand for resistance against fascism and government authority wielded in a way that callously disregards the rights of the people under its power.
Boom.
But if we read the Maquis more literally, things look very different. Here's a situation in literal terms that exists in the fictional world of Star Trek around the time of the formation of the Maquis. The Federation and the Cardassians have been at war at some time in the recent past, but now they've spent the last little while hammering out an agreement.
Chief O'Brien struggled with loyalty to Starfleet and the Maquis. Yeah, that was woo. I wish they would have expanded more on that with Chakotay and Torres on Voyager. It was like once they got on Voyager and they threw on the uniforms, we're Starfleet, yay! Like, no, give the conflict about being around these motherfuckers. But I kind of have to understand like the situation. Most motherfuckers that was in the Maquis are ex-Starfleet anyway. So like it is what it is. They ex-Starfleet anyway. Yeah. Jeez, I'm good. Me too, baby. Me too. That's why it's called Star Trek Talk 4 or 5. Baby, we in this together. Set your faces to stun that like button, everybody, if you love Star Trek. Otherwise, all this is going over your head.
to secure a stable peace that both sides will be able to live with. One of the concessions the Federation made to Cardassia was to give up certain planets along the border. Under the terms of the treaty, those planets become Cardassian planets. As a result, the Federation colonists on those planets need to be relocated. Now, is it fair to those colonists that they're being forced to leave their homes? No. Is it an indication that Federation society is not quite the utopia that it's usually depicted as? Yes. But is it a reason to resign from Starfleet and take up arms? I kind of don't think it is. The colonists on the planet in question have every right to be upset, and I'm sure, even with the advanced technology at their disposal, that moving from one planet to another on relatively short notice will be a hardship for many of them, physically and emotionally. Humans, as most of the Maquis members seem to be, are sentimental creatures, and we get attached.
Love it. Me too, Bob.
And we get upset when someone comes in and tells us we have to leave because people in power made a decision without even running it by us first. But the Federation is offering to move them to new planets. The Federation economy operates without money, so expense isn't an issue, and this is all being done in order to end what we are told has been a devastating and destructive war, albeit one that took place entirely off-screen, because by the time the writers made it up, it was already over. These colonists aren't in territory that was captured and occupied by the Cardassians during the war. They aren't being drafted to do forced labor for the Cardassians, as was done to the real Maquis by the Nazis. Yes, by the time the Maquis begin operating on Deep Space Nine, they are under Cardassian authority, and they are fighting back against violence and harassment they're experiencing under the Cardassians. But unlike the people of occupied France, the people who chose to stay on those planets are not prisoners. They're still free to leave.
Yeah. Now, this what begs the question. The Maquis... because the Maquis could have left, but at the same time, I understand why they did not want to leave. So, like, people probably look at them like the Maquis is crazy because, like, they can get relocated. They just got to rebuild again. But I understand the psychological fuck up, you know, like motherfucker got to leave their own shit because two factions of planets said, you know, like, oh, like this shit ain't yours no more. It'll fuck up a nigga whole psyche if a motherfucker would grew up on traditional shit. They got their own gods and shit. It'll fuck everything up. It'll be like, damn, like God's supposed to come down and stop this shit. Nope. Everything's read by aliens and humans.
The Federation's offer to be relocated to planets.
Yeah, that struggle's what made such a great storyline about the Yup. Like, I'm not leaving my home. Fuck Starfleet and fuck them damn Cardassians. Get my pistol, baby.
Inside Cardassian territory. So while they call themselves the Maquis, the circumstances that lead to their rebellion on TNG and Deep Space Nine are significantly different from those that created the Maquis in France during World War II. In fact, I think that may be why, in Journey's End, the TNG episode that kicked off the Maquis storyline, the colonists who resisted relocation were depicted as being Native American, because without that link to a very specific, tragic, and inexcusable real-life forced relocation, it would be obvious that these colonists don't really have a leg to stand on. The Federation isn't forcing the Native Americans off their land so they can settle white people there, and they aren't trying to dilute or destroy their culture. Nor are these colonists being forced out of their homes for some secret or nefarious purpose by an evil admiral, as is the case in Star Trek Insurrection. They have to leave because their planets have been given away as part of a peace treaty, and that sucks for them, and I'm sympathetic to them. And if I were in their shoes, I'd be pissed off about it too. But if I knew I was being relocated to another planet where I'd be able to resettle and go on with my life more or less as it was, and that in exchange for me having to do that, we got to end a war, I think I could live with that. And though it may tarnish the Federation somewhat in my eyes, I'd also much rather continue to live under their rule of law than the Cardassians. Even in this highly evolved, prosperous, and generally just society, we see that there are occasions when the government has to make a decision that will place the long-term interests of everyone ahead of the immediate interests and happiness of a few. Is it ideal to force a group of people to leave their homes? No. At best, it's regrettable. Even if you give them new homes and enable them to maintain the lifestyle and quality of life they enjoyed prior to the move, it's regrettable. But if you have to do that in order to end an interplanetary war, come on. In the grand scheme of things, I call that a fair trade. Viewed from this angle.
Yeah, viewed from that angle. But viewed from the angle of the people that really don't want to leave, it's like they so in depth in that culture, and like they have their gods also that so-called created that world and whatnot. Going to another planet, they're going to feel that they're not connected to their gods of the original planet that they was relocated from. This is why it's extra serious, because it's not just on a physical level, it's on a spiritual level also. That's what makes it more devastating, because they're connected with that nature. Going to another planet, they might not be connected with that planet when it comes to the spiritual, like connecting with the Schumann residents of the planet. You know, they would have to, you know, like they still would have their culture, but the spiritual connection is gone. They have been spiritually severed from the planet that they grew up on and learned their heritage and culture and gods and goddesses on. Now they're finding out about some planet being bartered off. It kind of fucks up your mind. It's like, damn, where's the gods at that we worship to stop this shit? It'll force you to be like, God damn, our guys ain't real. They just go to that other planet. Because if motherfuckers is trading planets, this is on a planetary scale. If motherfuckers trading planets off, ain't no gods involved in this shit. Ain't no gods involved in life at all. This is humans and aliens.
Except for Q. Except for Q. Except for Q. Q is the guy.
Telling us one thing while showing us another. From the way characters both in and outside the Maquis talk, we're clearly meant to regard the Maquis as people caught in an impossible situation they didn't create, fighting back against the militant and aggressive Cardassians because Starfleet and the Federation have abandoned them. But that's not the full story. The Federation offered to relocate them to new planets, an offer which, as far as I can tell, is never rescinded. If the former Federation colonists living on those planets that were ceded to the Cardassians want to move to other, safer planets outside of Cardassian territory, they can. Even now that they're under Cardassian jurisdiction, I'm sure between Starfleet, the Cardassians, and the ships the colonists themselves clearly have access to, a safe and orderly evacuation can be carried out. The Cardassians make it pretty clear that their intention isn't to trap and oppress or exploit the colonists, but to make life on those planets so inhospitable that they'll pack up and get the hell out. Yep. The Cardassians want them to leave. And if they do, once they're back in Federation space, they can look forward to being resettled somewhere else. The ones who actually join the Maquis might be in some trouble, but judging by what happens to Tom Paris after he's arrested and convicted of treason for working with the Maquis, it doesn't seem like they'd have to fear harsh punishment. New Zealand looks lovely. Maquis are presented
oh, yeah. That motherfucker was exiled in New Zealand. It looks lovely in New Zealand.
as antagonists for the most part, but sympathetic ones. They're opponents of Captain Sisko, though not quite enemies, with the exception of the subject of my previous video, Maquis leader Michael Eddington, who Sisko pretty clearly considers an enemy. But like Eddington himself, the Maquis aren't the bad guys, but they aren't exactly the good guys either. It's easy and I think necessary to take their side in their fight against the Cardassians. But their conflict with the Federation is a lot more complicated. Their opposition to and disillusionment with the Federation is certainly understandable. But given the larger context in which the Federation makes its decision to give away those planets and attempt to relocate those colonies, and the fact that the Federation seems willing and able to make things right with the displaced colonists, short of violating the Cardassian Treaty, even after the Maquis begin using violent guerrilla tactics, their continued hostilities against the Federation start to seem unreasonable. Forced relocations are bad, and they carry a lot of ugly historical baggage. No one likes the idea of the government compelling them to leave their home. If government agents show up at your door and say, hey, you've got to leave, we just traded this area to a hostile country we've been at war with, of course you're going to think those government agents are assholes. But if they promise to move you to another town on their dime and buy you a new house just as nice as the one you have now, that's not a bad deal.
It ain't.
If you factor in that moving out of your old house is one of the conditions necessary to end a war, it becomes an even better deal. And if you decide you'd rather stay in your old house and fight a hopeless battle against that hostile country, and
but like you said, Vata, that's what made Star Trek great. Because they could have did it. I want to stay in my shit. Fuck Starfleet and fuck Cardassia. And that's what makes it great. And it ain't too many people that I listen to, like when it comes to Star Trek. I gotta find like the right person that, I'm talking about, like that really understands it, that understands the lore, can break it down and add little real life elements to it and try to compare and give his perspective. I like his perspective. So I was like, okay, I feel where you're coming from. They ain't really too many Star Trek people because like they either gonna be leaning towards the Shield shit or they pandering to the bullshit. I gotta find like the right Star Trek people. It's like a needle in a haystack finding these characters. For Cardassia. For Cardassia.
your own government, instead of taking that deal, there comes a point where you cease being a brave, principled freedom fighter and you become just another asshole.
Yep.
This video was commissioned
by... it's understandable. If Starfleet want to be assholes, Cardassians want to be an asshole, I might as well be an asshole. Everybody else getting away with it. Viva la Marquis. You betrayed your uniform. That's enough. But yeah.
Keith Rautenberg. Keith, I hope you think I did okay.
Yeah, that was a request from one of his I guess one of his Patreon. It was like, I guess he told me to talk about the Maquis because he really didn't have no stuff on the Maquis. But like the like Eddington shit that he out. And I think the question was, is Eddington a hero or some shit like that? I think Eddington a hero, hell yeah. Without sacrifice, there could be no victory. But Cisco should get locked up for war crimes, but Section 31 approves. I wonder what that personal log was about. He probably told computer, erase this entire personal log. I just motherfucking killed a whole bunch of people. And I told the motherfucker, you should have thought about that before you attacked the Federation starship, bitch. Yeah, I blew. So toast to the good guys. I even got a party in the wardroom. But I did say we're gonna do a quick HHN, a little quick. Is it this one?
No, Super.
No. It ain't that one. It gotta be this one.
Works for bankers. Big surprise. They all work for bankers. And these banker, cronies, what they do is they steal
That's Whitney
your
Webb.
money, and they use your tax dollars to build your prison.
Trump is calling this the most beneficial idea he has ever seen and asking Xi to open China up for these businessmen. Whitney Webb has been documenting exactly who these people are, what they want, and why the story being told to the American public about China does not match what these same people are actually doing. Here's the Post, the News, and then Webb. CNBC incorrectly reported that the great Jensen Huang of NVIDIA was not invited to the incredible gathering of the world's greatest businessmen and women proudly going to China. In actuality, Jensen is currently on Air Force One, and unless I ask him to leave, which is highly unlikely, CNBC's reporting is incorrect, or as they say in politics, fake news. It is an honor to have Jensen, Elon, Tim Apple, Larry Fink, Steven Schwartzman, Kelly Ortberg of Boeing, Ryan Sykes of Cargill, Jane Fraser of Citi, Larry Culp of GE Aerospace, David Solomon of Goldman Sachs, Sanjay Mehrotra of Micron, Cristiano Amon of Qualcomm, and many others journeying to the great country of China, where I will be asking President Xi, a leader of extraordinary distinction, to open up China so that these brilliant people can work their magic and help bring the People's Republic to an even higher level. In fact, I promise that when we are together, which will be in a matter of hours, seen or heard of any idea that would be more beneficial
How
to the
they
right
added the
country.
Les Miserable
President
angle
Donald J.
to
Trump.
the Cisco Angel
Trump landed in
story.
Beijing today, May
Les
13,
Miserable.
2026, for a 36-hour summit with
Les
Xi Jinping.
Miserables.
The delegation includes Elon Musk, whose Tesla has massive manufacturing operations inside China. Larry Fink of BlackRock, who Webb has documented was advising Trump's entire economic response to COVID, while his firm was simultaneously positioned to acquire assets. Jensen Huang of NVIDIA, whose chips are the hardware backbone of the AI race, and who has publicly described China as a $50 billion market his company needs access to. The official White House framing is that Trump is opening China up for American business interests. Webb's argument is the opposite of that framing. These are not American companies going to fight for American workers. These are transnational corporations with deep existing ties to China, using the American presidency as a vehicle to advance their own commercial interests while simultaneously telling Americans that China is the existential threat, justifying the mass surveillance infrastructure being built at home.
Right. How is China the motherfucker we going against, but the president and all the tech giants and corporations is going over there? What the fuck y'all going over there for? Ain't they the one that we're going against in this AI arms race? Fucking crazy shit. And when they say that AI arms race, when you think about arms, I think about weapons. AI weapons race. That's what I see. Who gonna have the biggest motherfucking weapon when y'all doing the same shit? To motherfucking keep us all under the surveillance. You know, like this one I say, they call it a new world order for a reason. They all working together.
Those same companies. Elon Musk builds cars in China. Microsoft and Google have significant Chinese business partnerships. NVIDIA has been lobbying to relax chip export restrictions to China. Larry Fink's BlackRock has managed Chinese state-linked assets. Larry Fink's BlackRock has managed Chinese state-linked assets.
La Miserable.
The people on Air Force One with Trump today
La
are the
Miserable
same people
sounds
whose
like a
companies
pawn
are
shop
building
on
the
it.
AI surveillance systems being sold to the American public as necessary to beat China in the AI race. Webb's position is that this is not a contradiction. It is the design.
The goal was to create an AI-powered surveillance state that is authoritarian in nature and neo-feudal economically, and the vast majority of us are meant to be serfs.
Sacre bleu.
Or rather, if you want to use the Yuval Noah Harari phrasing, we will become the exploited because it's better than being expendable.
Hello, Baziz.
Trump works for bankers. Big surprise. They all work for bankers. And these banker cronies, what they do is they steal your money and they use your tax dollars to build your prison. So,
yes.
I mean, I don't really anticipate seeing anything beyond that at this point. And so people that have been going back looking either at my work on Epstein or work on other stuff and being like, wow, she was so early. Like, okay, if I have this track record now of like working for 10 years and I've been early on multiple big stories, maybe you should look at what I'm talking about now, and like not just me obviously, but what a lot of people are talking about now, that we're right on a lot of those things too. A lot of different ways to phrase it. So it's not, there's been catchphrases that have been used to sum this up. The Great Reset, Build Back Better. I don't know. There's been several phrases that were cooked up in PR labs that have been thrown around and have become infamous at their times and then forgotten about later. But basically, I mean, yeah, I would argue that, because, I mean, what was the Great Reset nominally about per the World Economic Forum? It was about leading the world into the fourth industrial revolution, which is overtly transhumanist, it's overtly powered by AI, and it's overtly surveillance state-centric to keep us safe. They always do that. I mean, please figure out that ping pong is happening,
right?
And that we need to get out of the pinball machine or whatever and stop being flung around. I mean, it's ridiculous. We have to do something different at some point, or this will just keep happening, and then things.
We need a revolution. But I'm mad that people are not saying it. But it's in the air. There's people saying it, like on small pockets. But like I'm hearing more women scream revolution than men, and that's what's blowing my mind. I'm seeing more women saying revolution than men. I'm seeing a couple guys say it, but I'm seeing more women say it. And that's a good thing, because like that's when all this motherfucking bullshit divide and conquer shit stops. It was like, shit, if the lady's ready to fight, that shows me something wrong with fucking men, testosterone, or maybe they just turn full pussy. Real shit. Men just turn full fucking pussy. I'm not gonna fight We gonna lose. The government gonna always be here to keep their foot on their necks. We ain't gonna do nothing. We ain't gonna unite. And even if y'all do unite, I'm not gonna join you because I'm afraid to die. Pussy. That's what I smell. I smell pussy.
Just get progressively worse. And we'll be arguing.
Sorry about that, but I'm serious.
You know, whether Brett Weinstein was right in 2028 or not.
Most niggas ain't fighting.
Yeah, so just like there was this effort in 2024 to like build trust and then misdirect. I mean, people need to be very aware that can easily happen again, especially with all
we need the marquee.
Case once again. There have obviously been people, as there's been this new wave of interest in the case. There have been experts that have popped up that, you know, have now built followings around Epstein material, even though previously not covering the case. And that's not to say that new people can't crop up and do a good job. My point is pay attention to those people and where they try and lead you into what solutions they try and lead you, and think critically, because that is always in short supply in the world today, and we should all practice more of it. Legally required to release some of it, so yeah, they released some. It's based largely around a single email address, jeevacation@gmail.com, and I believe Drop Site News, which is mostly former Intercept writers, as I understand it, received Epstein emails from a separate address that they reported on at the end of last year. So as far as the U.S. government is concerned, it's been one email address. Obviously, Epstein had several. And I think, because, I mean, JE Vacation, it's pretty clear that most of these emails, he used that email address mainly when he was present in the USVI. In the U.S. Virgin Islands, which was his primary base after 2009. But obviously before then it was not. Probably won't have the full extent of communications from that previous point in time. And so obviously in that case, the focus is mostly going to be on emails from 2009 up until 2019. So a 10-year window into Epstein's activities.
What you just heard is Webb explaining that the Great Reset, Build Back Better, and every other rebranded version of this, that both political parties have served the same forces, and that the people who told you Trump was the anti-establishment vote are now watching him fly to Beijing with Larry Fink and Elon Musk to open up China for business. What comes next is Webb getting specific about who these people are, why the China narrative is being used to justify.
No, they going over there to see those robots that they saw online. Y'all made some motherfucking T-800s. Yeah, they showing them off. They about to go to one of them robot conventions and probably have a robot battle to the death in a motherfucking underground arena somewhere, along with humans. Mm-hmm. They think I don't know what all these evil billionaires be doing. Welcome to China. They probably go in there to talk about the new virus they about to put out on the fucking world again. Oops, did I say that out loud? Allegedly. Bring on the revolution. You already know. Y'all better have the I better have y'all phases ready.
Building a surveillance state at home, and why she says the corporations on that plane have been working with China for decades while selling you the war against it.
Yep.
They hated what WikiLeaks did in 2016, and so they made sure through various, I would argue, successive ops to bastardize what national security leak reporting is in the United States in the public imagination, and the Twitter files was the nail in the coffin for that. And what do you know? I think it's very interesting to look at the trajectory of the Twitter files journalists since then.
Right.
What a ride it's been. This whole idea that Trump is in charge of what his administration does, I don't agree with at all. I think Trump was chosen because he was a celebrity TV host. It's really interesting, and I really encourage people to read this whole series because you'll see again these historical patterns. The model for the Trump presidency actually happened first. The model for the Trump presidency actually happened first in Italy in the 1990s. It was Silvio Berlusconi who framed himself as, I'm a billionaire outsider, kind of celebrity now guy, and I'm the billionaire outsider, so I'm going to come in as this outsider and clean up the mess, and I'm going, and I'm going to run the country like a CEO.
Exactly.
And Berlusconi, Berlusconi before that, probably tied up with organized crime and a member of the P2 Lodge. And if you don't know about what P2 is, it was this Freemasonic lodge that was found out to be engaged in subversive activity involving the CIA, organized crime in the U.S. and Italy, which in my books I argue the organized crime syndicate
Sacred blood
is the Jewish mob and Italian mafia that teamed up in New York, and the head of the Italian mafia got deported to Italy, and so that's how it becomes the Italian mafia again. And then the Vatican, right? And so, you know, Berlusconi came out of that nexus, and his financial success. The reason
Berlusconi was fucking with the Vatican too, the Vatican, the mob, and the government. Jesus fucking Christ.
The billionaire was because of that network. They gave him the seed money for his companies. He built himself up that way. This is a mob-made man.
At least the next player did it. Yep. You're right,
involving, you know, intelligence and organized crime, which have fused. Thesis of my book again. So Berlusconi was the model for that.
The robot.
And then Berlusconi, while he was prime minister, had to leave because he got charged with having sex with minors.
Oh my
His wife
God.
left him because he was surrounding himself with minors. Bunga parties, they were called. So
the Epstein class has been here forever. I'm mad that they got rid of Heidi Fleiss. At least Heidi Fleiss was trying to get motherfucking celebrities and politicians and corporate motherfuckers, grown women. Y'all took her off the chessboard just so y'all can fuck kids. Y'all some sick motherfuckers. That's why there'll be another Heidi Fleiss. There'll never be another Heidi Fleiss. I covered it. Type it all Hurricane JW, the Heidi Fleiss case. She was hooking motherfuckers up with grown women. And they locked their ass up. I'm still heated about that a little bit. Just a little bit. Because y'all could have had grown women instead. Y'all want to go around the islands and fuck kids. It's like, what the fuck? She was the Hollywood's madam. She was the madam. Hooking everybody up.
Donald Trump is also a man that, before being a politician, had you know, organized crime ties, specifically to the Simeon Mogilevich.
But she's a druggie. She was on drugs. Yeah. You know, that's factor. Your self-awareness don't be up, and your spatial awareness don't be up when you were druggie. You know what I'm saying? But she was holding it down when it came to a motherfucking get everybody them girls, grown women, by the way.
Group, which the U.S. mainstream media framed as you know, a basis for Russiagate reporting for a long time, because he's nominally Ukrainian, but he's a big guy in the Russian mob. But Simeon Mogilevich was a key business partner of Robert Maxwell at the time that Donald Trump was partying on Robert Maxwell's yacht, the Lady Ghislaine, and Simeon Mogilevich was able to penetrate the U.S. financial system because Robert Maxwell got him an Israeli passport. So that whole organized crime syndicate, a la Mogilevich, is a transnational one that spans Russia, Israel, and the United States. And that's why the Russiagate reporting never really had anything meaty to grab on, because they left out the Israel part.
Exactly.
And wanted to touch that. And so it's really, but it's, you know, as I note in the series, you know, the how it ties into Berlusconi, it's the same crowd. In Europe, they did Operation Gladio, that Nexus P2.
Yep. You know about Operation Gladio.
Which was regime change ops and the wholesale slaughter of European civilians to prevent certain people from getting elected, supposedly to fight the communists, and all of this stuff. But, you know, I mean, these are intelligence ops involving the mob that go back a long time. And so the Trump model is really not that different than the Silvio Berlusconi model. And the first two people that I wrote about in the series are close friends of Trump that are also very close to Silvio Berlusconi, and also have important roles in the Epstein network in terms of trafficking. The first one being Flavio Briatore, who was accused by Epstein's former butler of sex trafficking, along with Jean-Luc Brunel, Ghislaine Maxwell, Leslie Wexner, Eva and Glenn Dubin. He has a pretty good track record, honestly. I mean, he's been dead well before Epstein was arrested in 2019, so no one's been able to ask him how he knew. He also said he also flagged Trump.
Trump just called this China trip the most beneficial idea he has ever seen. The men on that plane with him include the person who advised his COVID economic policy while positioning to buy up assets, the CEO, whose company builds its cars in Chinese factories, and the chipmaker lobbying to sell AI hardware to the country, being used to justify mass domestic surveillance at home. Webb has been saying for years that the China threat narrative is being pushed by the same people with billions in Chinese business interests. That is not a theory. It is on the tarmac in Beijing today in plain sight. The transnational corporation does not have a nationality. It has shareholders. Subscribe, and we will keep bringing you this work.
And I'm going to keep giving you this work. All right, now that was the last video. We got to get up out of here and, you know, like give Vonta time to chill and get your relax on. Get your smoke on. Probably grab you something to eat. going on 7. Probably grab you some coffee, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be working on some music. Hopefully I have something drop. You know, and then get ready for work tonight. You gotta go to work, and y'all make sure y'all come to the premiere, you know what I'm saying? Chilling with Vonta B on Holodeck 3. You know what I'm saying? You know I'll be there, baby. And then we get ready for work after that. I'm gonna be working like 6 days straight, so it ain't gonna be too many Detroit After Darks. But I will still also try to like at least make a live or two, like so I can have something like before I go to work or whatnot. But you know it. Get your coffee, get your chill on. Probably take a quick nap so you can wake up in time. Whatever you do, as long as you chilling, as long as you're having a good day over there. It is was like going on 7, was like 6:49 over there. Get that coffee, get that weed in, and chill back and relax. I hope you enjoyed the video where I was talking about the God Award shit. Shout out to Tony Mac for coming through. He come through once every blue moon. And he said, "Oh shoot, we need to talk about." I was like, "Fuck it," I'll open up a StreamYard link and try to talk about it over there on the game and music channel. Like I gotta build that second channel. They honed me on my third twice, so I'm like, fuck it. They ain't gonna let me have a third channel. Fuck them. Yup. It was a cool live. Thank you. I think I did a live before that too. I'm not really sure, but I'm not sure. But yeah. Hope everybody have a cool day, cool afternoon, cool evening, cool night. And we gotta play a track for Vonta. And surprise YouTube ain't fucking with me. That's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So that means we got time to get naughty. Then we gonna get you up out of here. This is a Star Trek / quick HHM. Oh yeah.
Time to have a party, baby girl love it, everybody get naughty. Time to have a party, baby girl love it, everybody get naughty. Get naughty, baby girl get naughty.
Shout out to everybody coming through. We about to get up out of here. Get naughty.
Walking in the club, ladies showing love. See me on stage, tell that motherfucker love. Baby girl getting low, dropping to the floor. Pick it back up, baby, make that ass roll. Out of control, got me saying roll. Baby twerking on me, girl, you know how it go. In the drop, singing low, take it to the mo. Baby hop on it soon as the door close. I'm the one that you chose. Take off my clothes, pull out the camera phone. Wanna see you do a pose with your tube video. Time to make a flip. Going for a buses when I'm giving her the clip. Baby girl, you shit. Girl like a party with. Double bad chick, say fire like an arsonist. Baby, this ain't
I
hit.
love these Star Trek days,
Party
baby.
mix, call me selling cars, had to put you on the naughty list.
Star
Time
Trek
to have a party, time to have a party. Baby girl love it, that she bout to get naughty. Time to have a party, time to have a party. Baby girl love it, that she bout to get naughty. Get naughty, get naughty, get naughty. Giving her the business, love it when I'm in it. Been her ass over, that's her favorite position. Give it to her raw, going in the deep. Fucking all night, we ain't about to go to sleep. Vibing to the beat, while I clap her cheeks. Baby girl skirting and she fucking up the sheets. She the beauty, I'm the beast. Eat her like a feast. Sweet cherry pie, baby, let me get a piece. Detroit after dark, did it in the park. Under the stars on the hood of a car. She adventurous, we up in the parking lot. Put up to the job, we was fucking on the clock. They ain't nothing work, we been to the drive-in. Treated like a swimming pool, I'm about to dive in. This a party over here, got you fucking vibing. Grab a naughty girl, yeah, I'm about to slide in. Time to have a party, time to grab a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty. Time to have a party, time to have a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty. Get naughty, 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 naughty. Get naughty, 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 naughty. Get naughty, 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 naughty. Get naughty, naughty, naughty. Time to have a party, time to have a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty. Time to have a party, time to have a party. Baby girl love it and she about to get naughty. Get naughty, 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 naughty.
Sure. This is Get Naughty and Klingon, baby. So a whole bunch of Klingon says, Sa. Get Naughty. That's Get Naughty and Klingon, baby. Comply, Vonta. And shouts out to everybody. Hope everybody have a cool day, cool afternoon, cool evening, cool night. Work on some music. If I get a track done, it'll be a song popping up soon. But otherwise, hope everybody get y'all some good chill time, man. Get your coffee, get your weed, get your drink, get your relaxation on, meditation, chill in nature. You know, be blessed, be true, be you, stay true. You know what I'm saying? Do what it do. Bars. And I'll catch y'all in a minute. Love it. You know it. This is Star Trek Talk 4 or 5. I think probably 5. I'm not sure. But and the quick HHN was talking about Trump and a whole bunch of other billionaire tech people going to China. The next thing I have will be talking about Peter Thiel. Peter the Reptile Thiel. You already know. And probably some more other shit. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Much love to the guy that's sponsored. You already know. And shout out to everybody in the chat. And everybody's going to watch on the playback. Catch y'all in the next one. No Detroit After Dark tonight. Because I'm working. I think I might be going through the same time tomorrow night. I'm not really sure. But it might be canceled due to the rain because we might have a thunderstorm tomorrow. And if the thunderstorms or the rain happens all day, we'll be off tomorrow. So I'll be able to do what I need to do for Detroit After Dark. So till then, catch y'all on the next one. And Vonta, I'll see you on the live, baby. We out. Peace. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. You know. Let's go. The Empire. Shouts out to everybody. We out. Peace. Oh, yeah.